Howdy y'all, my name is Scott. I'm the author of Rivet Stone, and I may be just some author, but let me tell you, having differentiating character, dialogue, voices is difficult. I mean, we're on part 4 for a reason, and there's a lot of different tips that we've kind of talked about, but I would like to kind of digest a sort of point that I hear a lot. So a lot of other channels, in terms of like making sharp and interesting dialogue, will tell you to be like, okay, imagine you're in the shower, work with me here, and you're having those like arguments with your soap bottle, as one does, where, you're like, oh, if I was in this situation, I'd say that, or oh man, if I was just able to see that one liner right there, then everyone would have been like, boom, and that would have been the perfect liner, and then everyone would clap, and then she would like me now, and like, these sorts of things. They'll say those all those conversations, all those like sharp pointed things that you wish that you were able to say, your characters should just be saying that straight up. And I think that's a very useful advice, because you want to make sure that your dialogue isn't meandering. If you're trying to like state a point, if you're trying to get a character to sort of win at an argument, to kind of put a, put the fork in him, he's done, sort of ending to a sort of conflict, you want to make sure that that point is, as it has the impact that you're looking for. But it's important to remember, not everyone is the Han Solo type. Now it's so much fun to write the fun, witty, Marvel superhero guy who's always saying the fun things. But at some point, if you have 5 characters in the room, and this is the same personality, and you're applying this concept to all of them, it's just going to get stale. I mean, yeah, you're saying fun things, but it's just like, who's saying what? I don't know. Everyone, like, if we're trying to make sure that our characters have a unique personality or have differentiating dialogue, them being the same, like hyper aware, super focused, they're not socially awkward at all. They're super smart and able to perfectly read the room and know exactly what, like, you can't, like, I mean, listen, we all want to be that type of guy, but we're not, and a lot of us are just socially awkward, and maybe we don't even want to be part of this conflict, or maybe we are the type of character that would say something, and then in a few lines later they're just like, and then so and so wish they would have said that, and I would really like, you don't want to always apply these sorts of concepts to everyone in a scene, or else you're really just not going to have that differentiating dialogue. So don't be afraid to experiment with, like, how socially inept is this person? Like, are they just kind of a Joe Schmo person? Do you have someone who's like super good at reading the room, and they are the characters, or these couple of characters that are like kind of the A side, but someone wants to be the alpha to the, and then you have someone in the background. Like, it's good to experiment and make sure that, especially in like a large group dynamic, that you have the spectrum of, how well spoken are these people, how sharp are these people. And I think that's just something that's really easy to think about, and make sure that you're just not over applying these tips to every single one of your characters. So hopefully that was helpful. Throw me a like, throw me a sub, throw me a ring the bell, whatever it is. But regardless, let's get published.